Hey, what's up, guys? This is Christian,
It's your boy D Young, and
and
this
this is
is Word on
Word
the
on the
Block.
Block, episode 2. Last week, we covered some crazy topics, kind of stuff just going on in the world. Today, we're kind of going to backpack off of that a little bit and then kind of go into some other things. So, how's it going, D Young? What you been up to? I like that little tan you got going on.
All right, since you brought it up, I just show everybody. Damn,
Dang,
calm down.
homie.
This
That's
is what
lit.
happens when you wear a
That's
damn
lit.
hat all freaking spring, summer, because no one can cut your hair.
That's so lit, bro. You'll get the tan in right later.
I hope so, because if this gets this color, this is gonna get darker.
True. Cool. Well, obviously, there's been 2 articles that's written about our people, which one was by New York Times, one was by the NBC News.
Who's our people?
Hmong people, or Hmong. For those that don't know, so we're Hmong, Hmong pride, just JK. But yeah, there was two articles written from by New York Times and NBC. Both of them having like different kind of viewpoints on the struggle that we're kind of going through right now, because we're at a weird spot because of the George Floyd protests and all that stuff. Obviously, that cop that stood in the way of bystanders intervening was Hmong. And so New York Times wrote an article about, our Hmong businesses and our Hmong people kind of being at kind of in the middle of everything, because they don't really know if they should be supporting, because a lot of their businesses are getting hit by looters, or were getting hit by looters and rioters, right? And also they grew up with the trauma of the media portraying the Black community in a certain way and their experiences in the past. And so a lot of these businesses are owned by older Hmong folks. And so right now they want to, I believe in their heart, they kind of do want to support George Floyd in these protests, but at the same time, they can't really, what they're seeing and the experiences is that their whole businesses have gotten torn apart. And so it's like, do I really support, or are these people the ones that just showed my shop? And I think that's the way that New York Times set them up. Your thoughts on that article?
It's kind of hard, man. That's the one with the pecan garden and all that stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a really tough situation, because I read in the article, it said you stand with the protesters or you stand with the other side, which is the business owners. And it's hard to choose a side. That's what it was quoted in by one of the people in the article talking. They said it's either you choose one side or you choose the other, and whichever side you choose, you're not going to be right. It's going to be hard to choose whichever side you're going to be on. And I think coming from a business aspect, you're going to choose your business because the looters are somewhat affiliated with the protesters, as in a lot of people believe, but we already know that the protesters are different from the looters. It's just that looters find a way to link themselves with them, and that's why it gives them that excuse to go out and loot, They said something about the young generation, saying that, the people have had it enough, that's why they're doing that, because people have been dealing with racism and stuff. So that's why they're doing that. This is their backlash right now. But like I said, I think they're two different people, the looters and the protesters from the last video. They don't represent each other.
Yeah, you can't lump them in together. I think a lot of people get that mixed up, which is they think looters and rioters are part of the Black Lives Matter, which is not entirely true, right?
Yeah.
There's white supremacists that may have gotten into rioting, looting, and starting all of that. There's people that don't even really care about the cause; they just want to go loot, and that doesn't mean that they're part of the Black Lives Matter. Even if they're of the Black community, that doesn't mean that they're part of Black Lives Matter if they're the ones looting, rioting. They may have different beliefs and stuff like that. That may not even be about that type of stuff. So they may just be taking advantage of the opportunity. So there's stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough position. I to be honest, my personal opinion, I didn't really like the way they pitted us in the article, just because of it didn't really give like a clear a picture of what we're really experiencing as a Hmong community. I think what the article from the NBC News, I think that article helped, or just shared a little bit more about how we how our background is and how close our community is actually to the Black community, because it talks about us coming over. It talks about from Thailand and Laos. It talks about us coming over, and it talks about also how we are. The Hmong community is one of the poorest communities of the Asian culture.
Yeah, I think in it said like 1 out of 4 Hmong people are living in poverty still.
Yeah.
60% of Hmong people are still they're not wealthy, you know.
Yep. And when we came over, we pretty much got put in the same places as the Black community. We grew up in the same areas. We grew up in the same neighborhoods and all that type of stuff. So we're actually a lot closer to the Black community. And I think that article really helped shape that picture, because the amount of minority myth, right? Like us Hmong culture, Hmong people, we may not be that. Like, I think there's people from different Asian descents who are closer to that. And I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like in the article, it said one big thing I wanted to say was someone stated that, just like you said, we came from poverty. The Hmong people started out from the bottom because we didn't come over here like I think it said like the Chinese people, Indian people. They come over here with degrees already. They already came over here with money, compared to Hmong people where literally had nothing in their pocket, came over here and got put in the projects, you know?
Yeah. But I think the biggest issue was like, because people are not are kind of putting the Hmong people in that same category, which as a whole culture, we're not part of. Like, we are part of the Asian descent, but we're not as close to the model minority myth as people think we are, just because of how we look like, because we look like our Chinese brothers or our Vietnamese brothers and sisters. And so people like to put us all in the same category, which is not entirely true. And you know, it's not the best thing to do. So I'm very appreciative of the article from NBC News. It really just helped shed some light on who the Hmong people are, Hmong culture is, and a little bit about our struggle and how we came about. So that really helped shed some light on just where we're at and how close we actually are to the Black community in this world, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, yeah, those 2 articles are huge. Make sure to check them out if you have not. It gives a little bit more background on the Hmong community and where we sit right now, and a little bit more about who we are.
We can attach those links to the video caption of the video once we drop this.
For sure. Also, do you see that video of that white lady, or the white girl talking to her parents?
Yeah.
I saw it on I think I saw it on Instagram.
I saw it on TikTok.
Did you?
The one where she's crying.
It's everywhere. She's trying to talk to her parents about the struggle of the Black community, and I think that
she's like 15 years old only. She's that woke.
She's only in high school, it looked like.
Yeah.
And her parents were both her parents were like coming at her, and she's like, "No, that's not true." Because her dad was like, "Yo, like, they had the same opportunities as us." Her mom was like, "Let me pull up some stats." And the girl was like, they don't have the same opportunities. It's a lot harder for them to be able to get to even where we are right now. And so, I mean, give me your first reactions to that video, bro.
When I saw it, I was just like, you know, I think this is what a lot of my first reaction is that I was like, whoa, you know, these people are really out here still not being open to what is really happening. Not just now, but way back then. Like, these people were thinking, like, the parents still have that OG mentality where it's like, you work to where you get. And I understand, yeah, you do work to where you get. That links back to where we're talking to with the Hmong people, you know? You got to work to where you get. And the thing is that with the Black community, it's just not that they get work to where they get. They also get racially profiled, racially discriminated on jobs and stuff. No matter what you say, I've already seen it in my life, and I've seen it statistically proven that African Americans are going to have a harder time getting a job just because they're African American. You're going to see more white people, even Asian people, get hired on and for jobs and all that, getting accepted for like whatever they need before the white people in them do. They're going to have a harder time, way harder time. We've been hearing about this stuff since high school.
Have you seen there was like a research on people who submit the resumes, if they have like a last name that's like a Mexican last name or an Asian last name, usually their resume is not even looked at.
Oh
And
yeah.
so that type of stuff is out there, and that's still out there. I think that's pretty crazy to me that in 2020, a lot of parents are, especially white parents, are still in that mentality of that, they have the same opportunity, or the Black community, or just see people of color have the same opportunities and stuff like that when the system is totally built for them, and it's tough to see that, man. I mean, what I am grateful for is this whole thing is really putting pressure on the older folks, but also it's really giving the opportunity for people like me and you and younger to do the research and to really dig into these topics. And I think that's huge because I think moving forward, let's say me, you're like 40 or something like that, I think the younger group will be kind of caught up and they'll understand to have some empathy for their colored brothers and sisters. I think it'll be a lot more peaceful when we get older, which
we're
I'm
trying to get there right now. Our generation, which I can tell, you see a lot of people of our color, our minorities, just people of color fighting for other people of color right now.
Like I said,
back then it was black versus white. That's what it was back then.
Yeah, like when we both went to our protests, like it was people of every color and a lot of younger folks, right? Like it's pretty crazy. So it's
no, even when I went, like people warned me. I even gave a heads up, like, hey, I'm gonna go out to the protest soon live, so you get to see what I'm experiencing. And I got people commenting saying, "Oh, you're Asian. Be careful. The African American people might beat you up because you're Asian." And I'm like, when I went, I'm like, dude, none of that's even happening. None of that. 100% false.
We gotta have a more positive mindset when it comes to those things. Like you can't just be. I mean, obviously, be careful, but also at the same time, understand your intent and why you're there, and that's gonna overcome everything else. I sent you a video this morning of that lady, that Filipino lady. She was working out in a park, and then this old lady comes up and starts yelling at her, saying she's taking up the whole staircase.
Yeah, and you know what got me mad about that?
What's up?
The thing I got mad about that was that she even went up, had the audacity to come back down on the same side
right into
that
her.
She was running on.
Right into her.
I'm like, dude, you know that was intentional. That she did that on purpose. And after she moved aside, she still bumped into her.
Yeah.
She pushed her on purpose. Yeah.
That's so crazy. And the craziest thing to me was like that Filipino lady, she was just really calm and was like, all right, whatever. I got you on video. It's cool. Say what you want to say. I'm gonna expose you. But she was just really calm. I think even me, like I'm a calm dude, you know that, but I probably would have went off, honestly.
Oh hell yeah! Knowing me, if she pushed me,
I probably would
have
something.
No sympathy, bro.
I probably would have said something.
Yeah.
But that girl, she did not say nothing back, which takes a lot of strength, takes a lot of self-discipline, which is cool. I thought the funniest thing about that video was that old lady at the end. She was like trying to find something to insult her with.
Why are you wearing all black?
It's California weather. I was like, what? Really?
Go back to your Asian. Go back to wherever country you're from in Asia. I'm like,
she said, damn. Why you wearing all black though? I was like, really?
I know.
This is what we doing?
Dude, it's like the freaking video of what is it? Where that they call all these white old ladies Karens that have attitudes issues and all that, racial issues. Like the one video with that one white girl at the gas station telling that I think she was Native American, to go back to Mexico, and she wasn't even Mexican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, yeah.
It's on Facebook.
Were they inside?
Yep, they're inside.
Yeah,
that one. And then I was like, she pushed her, and then she got mad when she got hit, and I was like, what do you expect, dude? You push someone, they're gonna come back at you,
Yeah.
You threw first contact, now they have every right to throw back at you,
Facts. It's crazy. It's a crazy world out there, man.
Oh yeah.
What I like, I mean, I wouldn't say like, but I think that the good thing about all this is like it's exposing people for who they actually really are. I think social media. The good thing there's a good and bad things about social media, but I think the great thing about social media is like it exposes people. And you can expose a lot of people. Like there's a quote that Will Smith said. He's like, racism isn't growing. Racism is just being filmed now.
Yeah.
So That's paraphrasing. He probably said something else in the beginning, but that's hella facts.
Yeah.
So social media is just really exposing people now, and at a higher rate. No one can really hide, So it's pretty crazy, man. Let's talk about. Me and you both love hoops. We see this dude is 7'2", Kai Sotto. I think that's how he said his last name. This dude, he's skipping college to go straight to the G League because the NBA has a new program. This dude's 7'2", straight from the Philippines, play some high school ball. He's going straight to the G League.
You want to explain what the G League is to people who don't really know basketball?
There's the NBA, right, where LeBron and all those guys play at. And then there's a G League, which is kind of like the minor leagues where people who are trying to get into the NBA are playing on teams for, like, let's say $30,000-$40,000 a year. And so they have a new initiative where they are letting high school kids, like top prospects. Well, I think it's just open to anybody that wants to at least try it out. But right now, some top prospects, even the number one prospect in the country right now, has chosen to go the G League route. The G League route for them is they're getting $500K for the year, and then they get to travel with the team, and they don't even have to play with the team. They get trained by professional trainers at a different level, other than just going to college and not getting any type of money. But the good thing about college, you get to play for some historical coaches like Coach K and Tom Izzo, and those guys are like the goats of coaching in college. So
I think it's really good that the NBA is doing the G League because it's exposing. I think a lot of young athletes in playing basketball in the NCAA and shit. I think it's exposing that it's more money hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more money hungry instead of being there to promote the players, because the only teams that are making money are the top tier colleges out there. All right, like Zion Williamson, he played for Duke, and Duke is a big ass school. They're gonna definitely make money. Dude, they were selling tickets more. Their tickets were more expensive than NBA games.
Yeah,
that's how money hungry they were. So going straight to the G League is so good for young players to actually showcase their skills straight to the NBA.
I think the good thing about college ball is they get to play for a really good coach if they're a top player, right?
Yeah.
And second, they get a lot more brand awareness because the NCAA has contracts with ESPN, CBS, stuff like March Madness, that stuff. You could like blow up and become a star like Zion was.
Zion got signed by Nike, bro.
Yeah.
he didn't even play a full year yet.
Yeah, but I think the bad side about college is you don't get paid, and you can't get paid.
I think they're still talking about it though. I think it's gonna happen really soon.
Yeah, I mean they said that they were, but it's a marketing ploy. The only reason they said that type of stuff is to kind of get people off their backs. It's not gonna be anything substantial,
Yeah.
So this G League initiative, pretty much, that's gonna cancel out NCAA sports in the future, I think. And so I think it's huge. Like I did a report on this back in college where I had to talk about should college actually get paid or not. And the college, the whole NCAA makes a couple $1 billion, bro. That means and there's only like a couple thousand athletes. You could definitely pay the athletes like $50K a year or something like that. Because look at Zion, bro. That dude's making like 10 mil for you at least, or probably even more. And so for you,
just his name sells.
For him not to make any money off of that, that's pretty much you stealing, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. So I think people like Kai Sotto going to the G League. I think people like Jalen Green's the number one prospect right now. He's going to the G League. I think that's going to be good because then they get to work with people at a different level. They get paid so they can pay their family as well, pay the family's bills and stuff as well. And then they can even go and they can even hire trainers like Chris Brickley. You know who Chris Brickley is?
No. Is he the short white guy?
He's the dude. Yeah, he's the dude on IG. He has all the guys, all the popular.
He's the dude with the handles, right?
No, he's the dude that brings all the top players to his gym in New York. Like you see those runs with LeBron and all those dudes.
Yeah.
Melo and all those guys at his gym in New York.
Oh, the freaking isn't that like the Lifetime Fitness gym?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
brings
they
all
got
the dudes.
Carmelo, all of them playing. Yeah.
Yep. So like, if you go to the G League, you can hire him. You know, you can be like, hey, come train me, and because then you can afford him because you're making $500K. 500K. Compared to college, you can't afford a trainer like that. You know.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, freaking going back to Kai Sotto, freaking he's the first international basketball Filipino professional basketball player to come straight internationally from a different country to America, bro.
Yeah.
I was reading up on him, and I was thinking like, damn, dude, this dude is freaking 18. He's younger than us. He was born May 11, 2022. My birthday's May 10th. He was born a day after me, a few years later. But yeah, he signed with the G League. He's a 4-star recruit. He's, like I said, he's from the Philippines, Manila, I believe. And dude, shout out to that kid, because honestly, me and you, if we had that skill high, I'm pretty sure even if we're at that level only, we would feel like we're making it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we would feel like we're making it there.
I think he'll be dope. I think I was watching some of his highlights the other day, and he was just killing dudes in high school. But he's 7'2".
Yeah.
But he's really skinny, so he has a lot of work to do as far as like strength wise. But I think his post moves could be a little bit better, because right now he's just dunking on people easy. But I think once he gets his post moves and stuff like that, he'll be dope. He's a good passer. He's a good passer already too. He already got a good feel for him. He's like I wouldn't say like a Joker level, but he can pass kind of like Joker.
Sorry guys, I have to charge my webcam.
Dude, all right.
But going back to Kai Sotto and his height, bro. I just saw something that the Joker, Jokic, homeboy lost so much weight.
Yeah,
you see that too?
That dude's skinny.
They said he looked like a generic brand Kristaps Porzingis. I was like, oh hell, that's messed up.
He's hella skinny now. You know who gained weight?
Who?
Your favorite player, Luka.
Like
they say he's out of shape or something like that.
Damn.
I don't know if it's true. I ain't seen no pictures yet, but
yeah,
that's what they said. I was like, what? That's crazy. So we'll see what happens. But you excited about the NBA coming back? July 30th.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm hella happy for the NBA though.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what we've been waiting for. I've been watching stupid old highlights, the same damn highlights, just in different videos.
Facts.
I'm just excited to see a bunch of international players start coming out, because this is the generations from now and past next after us. Dude, we're gonna see so many freaking hot international players, whether it be Asian, European, or freaking like Giannis. He's from what, Greece, right?
Yeah.
Greek freak. Dude, man, just to see these people pop out, they're gonna be freaking good.
Yeah, I mean, last year the USA team lost.
Yeah,
they lost. They didn't have all the right players, but still they lost. So I mean, there's competition out there for sure. I think internationally, I think there'll be a lot more players that are going to be able to play at a high level. So I'm excited for that.
Just look at Luka. Just look at Kristaps Porzingis. Look at all of them. All the Europeans that come over here, they're good Europeans. They're ballers,
Yeah. Oh, well, they can play at least. They can play at least. They know the game at least.
Yeah.
Which is good. Most of them can shoot too, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like.
You can definitely tell that their their game play style is way different from America's play style.
Yeah. America's more like kind of force your way through things.
Yep.
Europeans play a little bit more smarter and
more finesse, dude.
More fundamentals.
It's like the Euro step, bro. It's finesse as heck,
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, man. That's pretty much everything. You got anything else to add?
Last thing I would have to say is, shoot, if you're out there and anybody watching this video, if you don't think you can make it out there in big professional sports, because me and Christian are huge into basketball, football. We just love watching sports overall, If you think you're out there and you think you can't make it, you can make it, Just keep working at it. And I definitely believe that anybody with a big enough heart can make it out there,
Yeah. I mean, for sure. If just put your mind to it. Put your mind to it. Whatever you want to do, just put your mind to it. Put the work in and get it done. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. All right, man. Get that tan fixed, and we'll be back here next week with a new episode, bro.
Yeah, sure.
All right, y'all. Take it easy. Peace.